Hey guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Leaks and Theories. Today we got a lot to go through, including something that I have been waiting for a long time, potentially. This one I can't wait for. A new Let's Go game. What? I've been doing YouTube for a while now, and I'm very happy with where I am. But I do want more, and I want 5,000 subscribers, more specifically by the end of the year. Any help to get that will be greatly appreciated. Mainly, you can subscribe. This would really help bump that number up. But the best thing you could do as well is also like the video. This will push the video out to more people, getting more people subscribing, and that would be fantastic. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Enjoy the video. Starting things off today, we've got the Nintendo Switch 2 news. Shortages could last up until spring 2026, says Game Rant, and that is depressing in the sense, not for me, I've already got one, but when buying Nintendo Switch 2 console may be difficult for the long term, according to multiple analysts watching the video game industry. And like I said, predicting it could last until spring next year, which obviously we're talking potentially 8-9 months, but the popularity of this console has been so grand. Like, a lot of people knew this console was going to be something that was going to be very hyped and a lot of people were interested. I don't think people quite expected people to be disinterested though, and it's really cool in the sense of we're getting so much hype for this console. When I went to pick mine up on release day, they said that it's the most hype that they've had in that shop for a long time, perhaps in the PlayStation 5 and stuff like that. Obviously COVID, I think it was just before COVID, PlayStation 5. But yeah, it's really cool to see. But obviously this is the downfall of this. This is the unfortunate side of things if we are going to be having shortages, meaning less people playing games. But more videos for me. Giving Pokemon trivia questions become one of my favorite parts of this series now, and today's one is, what Pokemon's name can be spelt the same forwards and backwards? This is the only Pokemon that does this. Let me know in the comments below and I'll pin the top one. Now, we are back with Riddlecue for this one, and this is a tweet that he puts out 2 days ago as the time recording this, maybe 3 days ago by the time this goes up, and he says, a kiddo app ready. Obviously, we know Riddlecue likes to just basically explain exactly what he means whenever he tweets. But it is a tweet he did release, and this is referencing a tweet he did back in May, basically saying that there's going to be a new app for Pokemon coming out. Obviously, some people here thinking it could be Pokemon Smile Part 2. The kiddo part does make me think to myself, oh, are we talking another kids app like Pokemon Smile, Pokemon Sleep, that type of game? I hope not. This person here says they want a Pokemon Pokédex app, which personally, that's what I want, because I did have an app, but they shut down the servers and I could no longer get the app back, and there's no good app on there that had everything. It had shiny Pokemon, everything. Like, it was great. But other people do have their own theories. Light has their own theory. He's just told people to put a bet, and he says this. It has been stated that a new Pokemon app will be announced on Pokemon Presents. Make your bet. I can't see where it's stated. The closest I could get is this Riddlecue tweet, basically saying, are you ready for the app? And then Pokemon actually tweeted this image. It looks like Pikachu in front of a black and white DJ set. Probably a music app that plays OST from past games. Pokemon needs to announce a mobile game already, not Pokemon Go or the other one, and an RPG online game that allows us to catch and battle Pokemon like the anime. A new Poké Park game, just like Mario Party Mouse Mode. That would be sick. A Poké Park game, kind of in the Mario sense, would be quite fun. There wouldn't be Poké Park. Poké Park's a different ball game all in itself, but a Pokemon Party game would be quite fun. You just gotta be careful, copyright. But it is quite interesting. But Soul Silver Art has also said, put Pikachu in front of a black and white DJ set / TV set in before Black and White Remixed is announced on July 22nd. Now, this would be really stupid but funny way, I guess, to announce a Pokemon Black and White remake. Pikachu in a Black and White DJ set. Obviously, this is really clutching the straws now, but obviously Pokemon Black and White probably had the most infamous theme alongside Cynthia's theme with Driftveil Town. And like a DJ set, maybe there was, they did go into a lot of the music. Music's very hyped in Pokemon Black and White, over in general. So maybe, doubt it, to be honest with yourself. This is not something I'm not going to be sitting here thinking to myself, yes, brilliant Pokemon Black and White remakes. But it's really cool, and I think the black and white is just to suit the aesthetic, so I definitely don't think that's the case. Got some nice little tweets down here. Hope's not lost. Oh, I'd love a Pokemon Black and White remake. This is to say, If this is to announce some kind of remake, consider me hyped. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Okay, moving on. We're obviously in this weird small area. We're back with this. And we've got another 4chan post. And this one is quite another interesting one. And one that I have been dying for. This is one that I have, I've hoped for, definitely. But there is rumors of a Pokemon Let's Go 2 Switch game. A new Kanto game is to be unveiled at the new Pokemon Presents. This is on 4chan, so this is going to be a lie. The grain of salt you need to put with this will need to be massive, and definitely not something that I expect to be real, but let's read through it anyways. So like I said, Pokemon Switch 2 game, new Kanto game, which first for me it's a bit like, what the hell, why is it another Kanto game? But heyo, we'll let them read, shall we? Developed by Pokémon Works, overworld Pokemon just like in the Let's Go game. Choose between 4 player characters at the beginning of the game, 2 male, 2 female. The characters are no other than Satoshi, or Ash, and Pokemon Trainer Red for male, and Pokemon Trainer Green, the girl, and just some random girl. No Megas at all, no Megas involved in the game. As it goes 10-year anniversary and Pokemon's 30th, not only only the 151 Pokemon will be in this game. I feel like this is kind of like 8 years too late. Like, this is just them reading out the Pokemon Let's Go synopsis, I guess, apart from the Mega Evolution. Play with other player like in Let's Go. Able to start with the Pokemon Pikachu. A Pokemon League tournament of some sort is in Saffron City. Okay. 4 hairstyles in the game. Curly Bobs, blah blah blah. EV training mechanic return like in Fire Red, Leaf Green. Kanto Indigo tournaments like in Yami. Quite cool. I'm not sure if it's related to the Saffron City. Yeah, like, sometimes I can look at these and I think to myself, like, oh, these are quite cool. That's something I could genuinely believe. This one is definitely one of these situations. I don't believe this at all. Sometimes these, like, they can be quite fun, but this is just stupid. This is just Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu just remade again. Like, if we want, I'm down for another Let's Go game, just not in Kanto again. There's no point. I want Johto. I think they should do that as a little side game, just to kind of like I said, give it to Pokemon Works. When we've got, you know, when the main team are working on a big game like Gen 10, for example, they can push Gen 10 back to 2027, and then we get obviously Z-A now this year. In between, whilst they're working heavily on Gen 10, making sure the game is good so we don't get another Scarlet Violet, they release a game to fill us in. Let's Go, something like that, just to keep us updated, just to keep us fresh and happy until the big game. But this is absolute bullshit. That's the best way to put it.